All right, guys, check it out. This is Aventon's newest creation. It's called the Abound, and it's a cargo bike. I can tell you what, I'm pretty excited about this. I know I get excited about all the bikes. I haven't had one like this before. Look at this thing. This thing's gonna fill a hole that I've had because many times I'll take my bike out and run errands with it, but I'm limited to what I can fit on my backpack or what I can kind of strap to the rack that I have on the back. This thing, with the accessories that it has, man, I don't know if I ever need to drive a car again. So let's get into it. The Abound comes in one size, and that's because it can handle riders that are 4'11" all the way up to 6'3". It comes in two colors, this beautiful blue Polaris and a sage green. Currently, this bike retails for $21.99 on their website. Now, it is a Class 2 bike, and it'll ship to you as a Class 2. And if you do connect it to the app that it comes with, and you try to unlock it to a Class 3, that is not an option. This bike will stay as a Class 2, doing 20 miles an hour. It does have a throttle that'll also take you up to 20 miles an hour. But if you think about it, I'm not really sure I would want a bike to do 28 miles an hour if I have a bunch of stuff put on the back of it. This little nugget weighs 81 pounds. I know I call it a little nugget because of the size of the tires, but we'll get into that here in a minute. 440 pounds is the maximum payload that you can put on this bike. It does come, well, you can get a front rack for it that'll hold 40 pounds, but this back rack area holds 140 pounds. That right there is pretty amazing. The battery is a 720 watt hour, 15 amp, 48 volt removable lithium ion battery. And if it looks familiar, that's because if you have an Adventure or an Adventure 2, you can swap out these batteries. The Abound's drivetrain is a 750 watt Bafang motor that has 1130 watts of peak power. It's 48 volts, it's brushless. It's Bafang, we know that that's a great motor. The transmission is a Shimano 7-speed with a Revo shift. This thing is funky. Look at that, you just turn this with like a half turn, and that's how you shift through the gears. The Abound comes with a torque sensor, which is right here. And because of that, it says you can get up to 50 miles an hour using pedal assist and 22 miles by just using the throttle. Now, it does have 4 pedal assist modes. You have Eco, Touring, Sport, and Turbo. It has a Suntour front fork that's adjustable. You have 50 millimeters of travel. You can lock it out, you can make it move, but that's gonna absorb a lot of bumps in the road. We're rocking 20 by 2.4 inch tires. They are puncture resistant, and they have these reflective sidewalls. Aventon and I seem to have the same love for hydraulic brakes. The Abound has a 2-piston Tektro hydraulic brake system with 180 millimeter rotors on the front and rear. Check out this unique feature. This is a dropper seat post. By just having your body weight on it and you push this in, it lowers down. And so, I mean, like if you're at a stoplight, I guess, and you want to put your feet down, well, and then when you're ready to take off, you just push it in and it pops right up. The Abound comes standard with footboards and this funky back rack that's at an angle. Another pretty awesome feature about this bike is when it comes to bike locks, as you can see, I have mine up here because I like the foldy lock bikes, but if you're rocking a chain or something like that, you can put it in here. It just unzips, opens right up. There's your chain. You can just keep it in there, store some other things. I mean, Aventon thought of everything when it came to this bike. The Abound also comes standard with an integrated front headlight, brake lights, and turn signals. The bike comes with a full color display and also connects to a phone app that allows you to track your mileage. You can see what other friends are doing and things like that. Starting the bike couldn't be simpler. All you have to do is hold down the power button that's in the middle and she fires right up. Another unique feature with this bike is that this stem right here is adjustable with this quick release right here, up and down, and it's also foldable. Do I know why you would need that? Actually, I don't, but it does it anyway. So, all right, and it does clamp in, it locks. So I have some that don't lock in, but this one does, and that's a nice feature because that way you don't have to worry about it coming undone. All right, you know what? I'm gonna throw some safety features on here. You probably saw that I put my bell on here. I put the side mirror on it, and I have my foldy lock. But we're gonna add some of the accessories that are on this bike, and then we're gonna take it out for a real world test. All right, I brought the bike into the garage for 2 reasons. Number 1, this is where my tools are, and I'm gonna put the accessories on this bike. Number 2, it's 41 degrees outside. I was getting cold. I'm gonna go ahead and throw the accessories on the bike here so that we can actually use it as real world. I mean, everybody else that I've seen do the reviews, all they're doing is doing the review on the bike. I don't know how this thing rides with weight on it. And that's what we're gonna find out today. So these are the accessories that you can put on the bike. Rear rack basket, front utility rack, seat pad, handrail, panniers, front bag, front basket, bag, rear bamboo board. The first thing I'm going to add is the panniers. Now it has a really cool locking latching system on the back with some Velcro straps to keep it from moving. Before I put the other pannier on, I want to talk about how Aventon really thought this part out by putting these like shroud protectors for the back wheel. You know, I guess if you had little children here and like a shoestring got caught into the back spokes or whatever, you could really hurt somebody. So they put these guards here. And I also think, you know, it makes sense, but they also look great. So this is what the bike looks like with panniers on it. Are you guys starting to get like an idea of the functionality of this bike? But we have more to add, so let's get to it. This is the Aventon front utility rack. This is Aventon's front basket. I haven't been able to line up any of the screws into it, so I'm going to end up zip tying this whole thing on. I mean, I'm not going to have a whole lot of weight on there. Zip ties are going to definitely be strong enough for it. Check out this rear rack basket. That thing is huge. It is so huge. You can put a ton of stuff on this. It has 2 bolts in the front that connects it, 2 bolts in the back. Now it does hang over half over the panniers, but it's only, you know, a certain portion of it. We're going to try it out here in a few minutes to see if it really impedes getting in and out of it. With these being cloth, I don't think it's going to, but we're going to find out. I had some thick zip ties, so I was able to just zip tie this basket on here, and look, it's not moving. It's not going anywhere. Between the basket and the box, I can see why people get the box, especially if they're going to take their little Frenchie or their little dog for a ride. This basket seems a little bit too small. Pepper here is only 25 pounds. So you know what, we'll get you the box. We'll get you the bigger version. Summertime will come. Me and Mama will take you out for a ride. Okay. Speaking of dogs, check this out. This company will actually take a photo of your pet and put it in your car window to make it look like it's hanging out of there or that it's inside the window. I don't know. I thought it was pretty cool. I figured I'd give them a shout out. It's called Window Pets. Check them out. Back to the video. This adorable nugget is ready for our first ride. We're going to run some errands in it. I have to drop off some dry cleaning. Now, I would have never done that before in my adventure because I don't want to put dry cleaning in my backpack. These panniers are definitely going to hold it, and I have to pick up a big rug. It's like a big furry rug from the dry cleaners. I put some bungee cords in there. It's definitely going to fit, so let's go find out. This is not the bike that I feel that I need to wear my full face helmet with, right? Since it's a class 2 and it's a cargo bike. So I am rocking this new helmet that I got from Xnito. And they have a winter head thing in it too. It has a headlight, booyah, and a tail light that flashes like 4 different kinds. So yeah, so this is the helmet that I'm gonna be rocking while I'm riding. The Abound, and the cool part is it's rated for, it's like e-bike rated. So you can, you know, it's made for having an accident 28 miles an hour. Not all helmets are that way, but that's how this one is. This is what I'm going to be rocking. I think it's cool. I think it'll go great with this bike. If you're interested, I'll leave a link in the description so you can get one. Surprisingly enough, this bike rides really well. I figured, you know, these tiny tires and stuff, you never know, but, and with it being a cargo bike, you know, I do have some weight on the left-hand side due to the dry cleaning that we're going to go take care of. But besides that, I don't feel unsafe, or how do you put it, like unsecure. I feel like we're, you know, it's all working as it should be. The seat's really comfortable. I'm kind of surprised on that. I have a different seat from that name brand, and I don't like it as much. This one's nice. Pedaling feels natural. Normally in reviews, I'd be doing the, you know, the pedal assist, the different pedal assist levels and how fast you go. But, you know, you can see that on some other reviews. I think for this one, we're just going to look at this as using this bike for some real world stuff. Right now, we're going to go drop off dry cleaning. From there, we're going to do some grocery shopping. I got to buy some cases of water, and I would have never done that before on any of my other bikes. But I know or at least I feel like this bike won't have any issue with that at all. Ooh, I'm a little bit wider than what I'm used to. You'll have to, you guys will have to get used to that. Let's see how strong this this motor is. We're just going to do throttle only. We're going to see if we can make it up this long pathway to the trail. Ooh, this 750 Bafang motor. Oh, we're just, look at this. We are picking up speed while going up. Okay, I got to lay off of it. We're gonna go too fast. All right, this bike is a torque monster. Great pickup. Love the torque sensor. This bike feels super natural and like easy to ride. And really, isn't that what you're looking for? Like, isn't that what you want? I definitely see me handling a lot of errands on this bike when I need to put more stuff in it. And I know this, with this being a class 2 bike, I wonder if it'll do more than 20 miles an hour. Let's give it some juice. We are in tour mode. Oh yeah, we're already up to 22 miles an hour. Can we go faster? No, 22 is super fine. Yeah. Ooh, this is a heavy bike. Could start a delivery service on this thing if I wanted.
You're right, this is good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be like good for like Uber or DoorDash or something. Thank you. I know it's
Beautiful, man.
I know it's brand new, like it.
Oh, wow. How much?
2,600 for everything.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It'll do 50 miles on a single charge.
Electric?
Oh yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, no need to pedal. There is no way I would have been able to pick up that blanket before with any other bike. Just a couple bungee cords, strap it in, not even worried about it. I know it is good to go. There's a couple things that I want to talk about. One is this dual kickstand, which makes it makes sense, right? Because if you want to put stuff on here, you don't want to lean your bike to the left or to the right. You want it to just be stable, and then it has this handle on the back of the seat that you just kind of grab and, you know, turn it back with when you're putting your foot down to put that on the stand. For me, it totally makes sense. It's smart. It's like these guys have thought of everything. I find the throttle to be really responsive, which is nice. This is kind of the bike to where you want to pedal it, but you also want to use that thumb throttle. This is one of those bikes that you feel like you could just sit around and ride on all day. There's a lot of things that I really, really like about this bike. Aventon's got a winner here. Not to count, does it look great? I mean, it doesn't have any welds. That's what I love about the look of these Aventons, is that you don't see any weld points. It's all just smooth. The paint's always excellent, super clean. But this one's a workhorse. So I came out, Brian was out here checking out the new Abroad. Buddy, what do you think of it?
I'm loving the back rack. All the storage capabilities you have here is just amazing. This is probably 3 times the storage I get on my bike. And it seems so sturdy too, which is one of the things I like about it. Very cool, very cool.
Well, thanks, buddy.
Yeah, thanks for letting me check it out.
As you can see, I just put 2 cases of water on here. Each has 32 bottles. So that's 64 bottles of water on the back of this e-bike. I would not be able to do that with any other bike that I have. Got some cream cheese for the dogs, and well, you know, the wife, she likes peanut butter eggs. So there we go. Let's ride this bike home and see how it feels. A couple bungee cords and we should be good to go. I cannot believe that I am riding with 64 bottles of water on the back of this bike. It's a little back heavy, not gonna lie. All right, taking turns with this kind of weight is pretty easy. You know, obviously the front end is a little bit, you know, light. You can feel the weight in the back. But yeah, it's totally not an issue at all. This thing is amazing. Oh my God, I am loving this bike. I can do anything with it now. This Billy Goat is an excellent grocery getter, errand running. This is definitely a win. Okay, throttle only. I have all this water on the back. Look at that. No big deal for this hill. This bike is awesome. We're back. Look at all the stuff that I hauled on this bike today. And I know this wasn't one of my normal, you know, review videos, but this is not a normal bike. This is a freaking cargo loving, heavy hauling beast of a machine. And I'm so glad. I'm so glad that I have it. Aventon, you guys killed it again. I mean, you saw it. Also, people dig it. Like, everybody wants to talk about it when you're riding around. So if you end up getting one of these, expect people to stop you and talk about it. So let me tell you everything that I love and I'm impressed about with this bike. Number one, it looks great. It rode super smooth, whether I had stuff on here or not. Matter of fact, when I had this thing loaded down, you felt the front end was obviously a little bit lighter and just a wee bit wobbly, but that's a lot of weight. So, you know what, you just lean forward just a little bit and that seems to solve the issue. The brakes are excellent. I mean, the throttle, super responsive. The torque sensor, super responsive. It also rode super smooth. The dropper seat post, also very cool, like that. And the amount of storage that this bike can hold is insane. Because of that, I love this bike. And I am super happy that I have it. Thank you, Aventon, for sending it to me and the accessories that went along with it. If this bike interests you at all, go ahead. You can click my link down in the description. It doesn't cost you anything, but what it does, it helps support the channel, and it does let Aventon know that you actually appreciate my videos. You know what? Also, today, this Xnito helmet was perfect for this bike. As I mentioned before, it has a headlight, and it has like these different modes back here. I think it's gonna go great with this bike, and I'm super excited to have it. Also, if this interests you, there'll also be a link in the description for that. I have a little coupon code that'll help you get that helmet for 135 bucks. I think that's a killer deal. That helmet was super comfortable during this entire ride. And you guys helped me get to 2,000 subscribers. Thank you. Thank you very much. I think, you know what? When I hit 3,000, no, you know, we'll do it at 2,500. When I hit 2,500 subscribers, I'm gonna buy somebody a hat. It's gonna be random. I mean, a helmet. It's a helmet. Unless you want a hat. Well, I mean, I love these hats too, but we'll get somebody a helmet. I want to thank you again for watching. I want to thank you for making it to the end. You know what? Just go out and just have a good time. And until I see you again, enjoy the ride.